Yeah. Online students, is my voice is loud and clear? Done. So let's start the session. And in the last class, we have completed in terms of using the pandas and multiple functions within the pandas like group by filtering and along with the cross tab. And I also share you the questions and I ask it to come, in terms of what are your assignment, your questions. I assume that most of you have completed. Now, in today's class, we are continuing from there and majorly we are going to focus in the today's class is statistics. Okay. So in today's class, we are going to discuss the next concept is called as stats. Already in the statistics, basic things are already covered. Just I'm recapping for 5 to 10 minutes and from there we'll move on. Now, first in the stats, we have discussed in terms of what are the types of data we are having. So in the structured data, whenever you receive a structured data, sir, why will work on the structured data, sir? Unstructured data? No, here there is no discussion of unstructured data or semi-structured data because always as a data analyst or in terms of statistics is applied only on the structured data. Statistics cannot be applied on the unstructured data. Statistics cannot be applied on semi-structured data. And at the same time, you will also not receive that data. If you are receiving that data, it is not called as data analyst role. Okay. For data analyst role, only you are going to receive the structured data. In the structured data, that is each column, what are the each column name is there? It is called as variable. Each column name is called as variable. And inside that variable, based on the value, the data type of the variable will be decided. Data type of variable is decided based on value inside the variable. What are the variable you have considered means inside the column. So what are the different data types we are having means one is called as continuous. Second one, data type wise, we are having first one is object. Top priority will be given to the object. If object is not available, second it will give to the float. If float is also not available, then it will give the int. Okay, other than float and int, sir, for example, in the structured data, one table is there, something. Here, one of the value, you got dot, dot, dot. It is considered as string only. You have got question mark. It is considered as string. You have got list of 1, 2. Even that one also will be considered as object only. Other than int and float, everything comes under object. If all the values are in float only, it comes under float. If all the values are int means it comes under int. And this already we know. Here, this one we are going to have by using the df dot d types. This is the d types. Now, what are the different types of variables we are having? Types of variables, not I'm saying the data types. Data types as per the Python, types of variables are irrespective of Python. Whether you do in the Excel sheet, whether you do in the SQL, whether you do in the Power BI or Tableau, wherever this concept remains same. Okay. Now we are moving on to the continuous. We are having the categorical and we are having the count variable and followed by time series variable. So these are the 4 types of variables which we are having. Okay. Now here the problem is we are having basically first one is a time series. Okay. Always we'll write the time series. Second we'll write as qualitative data. Qualitative data which is in the text format, which is also called as categorical data, like gender column, everything. Right. Now next one is called as, and what is the data type of this one? To identify the data type will be in terms of object only. It will be always in the object. This is the data type. Data type in Python. Data type in Python. Now, coming to the categorical data. This one is the categorical data. Next, we'll have the qualitative data. Qualitative is completed. Next one is quantitative. We are having the quantitative data. Where are the quantitative data which is in the numerical format? So the data which are is in the numerical format, as per the data type, it can be either in the float also, either in the int also. Which are the numerical data we are having? It can be both the ways. Now, numerical data is having two types. What are the two types, miss? One is called as continuous. Second one is called as count. Now the question comes here majorly how to identify whether the variable is a count variable or continuous variable. Now always I say how to identify the whether it is. Don't get confused here. I am writing clearly because when you are working on the data sets, first we have to check each and every data exploration we have to do. If you open the steps involved, open that one. I asked you to write separately in the last page. Do you remember? Steps involved in the data analytics project. In that step number 2, data exploration. In that you have to identify the which comes under which category. Identify each and every variable comes under whether it is a continuous or discrete or count or anything, and you have to make a separate list. Do you have, are you having the notes with you? Have written that point? And example also, continuous is equal to bracket, comma, 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 you have taken count also, comma, comma, like that. So in the data exploration stage only, we have to identify whether the variable is a continuous variable or count variable. Sir, what happens if I assume this one as that one or that one as this one? Means everything will change. Complete analysis will change. Sir, that much of difference is there? Yes, because count comes under discrete. So whenever it comes under discrete, the plots whatever we are going to apply will be different. Okay, for discrete variable, statistics measures are also different. For continuous, statistics measures are different. For discrete, statistics measures are different. So we cannot apply. So whatever the statistical measures are applicable on the discrete categorical, the same measure is applied on the discrete count also. Discrete categorical and discrete count comes under one category. For statistics point of view, plots for discrete, categorical and discrete count variables, we have to use same plots, same measures, same logics, same codes. For example, in the group by function, within the group by, inside the group by, what you are going to consider is categorical variable, like group by gender wise. Why gender wise? Because gender will have the categories. What are the categories? Means male category and female category. So wherever the group by you are applying, group by should be applied on the categorical variable only. Can you apply the group by on the continuous variable? If you apply on the continuous variable, for continuous variables, multiple things will be there. Multiple values will be there. Infinite values will be there. But categorical will have the limited categories. Right? So now this df dot group by, what are the group by function you are applying? Same group by you can apply on the count variable also. So in the given data set, that is tips data set, in the tips data set, the size, column name is size is there, na? The size of the members, that is 2, 3, 4. So if you take the group by, you can even apply group by function on the size also. Okay, same course, everything will be the same. Now question is how to identify, because both will be the numerical format. how to identify continuous and how to identify count. This is the question. This would be the question. How to identify the continuous and count means answer. How to identify whether the variable is continuous or whether variable, what are the variable is there? Variable is continuous or count or count. Okay, and answer is if individual value is making sense or interval is making sense. If individual value, if single value make sense, it is count. If interval makes sense, interval make sense, it is continuous. Okay, now let's take an example. Marks are there, students marks are there. We are having the from 0 to 100. 0 to 100, different values are there. All the values are there. Every value is int only. Yeah, the problem is if it is the value is in the float, blindly it comes under continuous. Then there is no discussion. The problem when it comes means when int are there. When it is in the int format without in the float format, when it is int. Now marks we are having 31 marks, 32 marks, 84 marks, 85 marks, 91 marks, 98 marks. Like this we are having the multiple marks. Okay, that to int only. Now tell me how much individual value is making sense or interval is making sense meaning is, for example, here marks are there, students marks. How many students are with 90? How many students are with 91? How many students are with 92? How many students are with 93? Like this individual is making sense, or how many students are between 90 to 100? More than 90 means the meaning is 90 to 100. 90 to 100 or more than 90. Or more than 90 is making sense, or 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. How many students individual taking that one will make sense for you? Which one is making sense? Interval is making sense means it comes under continuous. Now there is in the Infosys, multiple people are working. Their salaries are there. Their salaries are ranging from 3 lakhs to 1 crore. One person is getting one salaries. One person is getting 3 lakhs 5,000, 3 lakhs 10,000, 4 lakhs 2,000, 4 lakhs 58,000, 4 lakhs 59,556. Sir, that type of salary also will be there. Will be there. Why? Because loss of pay might be there. If he is absent means they will not give the salary, right? Automatically cutting will be there. How much per day it will be there, and in that they will remove. For example, my salary is 15,000 per month, assume. Per day how much? Means divide by 30, per day 500 rupees. Will calculate like this. For example, my salary is 16,000. Then also will divide in the same way only. Now automatically decimals will come. In that, if I keep a leave for 2 days, they have to cut the 2 days salary. Point is clear. So in the salaries we can get not only round figure every time 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, not only that one. Every number is possible. Okay. Now 3 lakhs 45,000, 3 lakhs 98,000, 6 lakhs 92,000, 8 lakhs 94,000. Like this you are having the different numbers. How many people are working in the Infosys with 8 lakhs 32,000? How many people are working in the Infosys with 8 lakhs 33,000? How many people are working in Infosys? 8,34,000 is making sense. Or how many people are working from 8 lakhs to 9 lakhs is making sense? Which one? Think. Not only 8 to 9, 8 lakhs 32, 8 lakhs 40. That is making sense. Or 8 lakhs 31, 8 lakhs 32, 8 lakhs 33, 8 lakhs 44. That is making. If interval is making sense, it is called as continuous. Individual value is. Now, here in the restaurant data set, how many exactly 2 members are there? How many exactly 3 members are there? How many exactly 4 members are making sense for you? Or how many are there less than 3 members is making sense for you? How many transactions are having less than 4? 0 to 4 or 2 to 3 or 2 to 5 is making sense for you. How many of them are with respect to individually 6 or individual 5 is making sense for you? If individual is making sense means count. Interval is making sense. Sir, for me interval only is making sense, sir. Continue. Go with the continuous variable and apply. Whenever you apply the continuous variable, remember you will apply the mean. Whenever you apply the mean, automatically you will get the output as decimal. What is the average number of people visiting for this restaurant? In the tips data set, what is the average number of people visiting for this restaurant means? For example, first transaction 2, second transaction 4, third transaction 1. What is the number of people visiting this restaurant means? What is the number? Average number? 2 plus 4 plus 1 divided by 3, which is 7 by 3, which is 2.33. 2.33 is the average number of people visiting for the restaurant. Is that making sense for you? Can you apply the mean? We can't apply the mean means it is not continuous variable. If it is continuous variable, mean has to make the sense. 100% mean has to make the sense. Sir, for example, if the same example you take 2, 4 instead of 1, okay, 2, 4, 3. If I take like this, same example 2, 4, 3. What is the average number of people means? 9. 9 by 3 is 3. Average number of people visiting this restaurant is 3. Sir, it is making sense now. Not for your example. Any example, it has to make sense. Your numbers only it is making sense means in the reality only your numbers will be there. Instead of this 1 is there means then it will not make sense. If 3 is there means it makes sense. Then what is this? With one example, don't confirm anything. Okay, do you remember in the set also? In the set, I told that if you are having in terms of like this 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. Okay, set. In the back end, how it is going to store means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sir, ascending order it is storing. For one example, you will decide. Take one more example. For that example, why it is not working means? Don't decide based on one example. Is the point is clear? So for here if I take 2, 4, 3 and if I explain, then you will not find the difference between the count versus continuous also. Is the point is clear? So individual as is making sense means count. Interval is making sense means continuous. For continuous, we have to apply different measures, different plots. So we'll move on to the statistics one by one. Now in today's class, we'll see this. So I'll show you with a simple example. Of course, I'll explain one by one, but before to explanation only, I'm going to show you so that you'll understand. In the future, you will not make this kind of mistake. So here, okay, I have not uploaded still now the statistics notes in your drive, right? So this is the PDF which I'm going to upload after the class. In this way, the PDF will be uploaded. And if you scroll down, here some plots are there. What are the plots we are having? We are going to discuss one by one. Okay. Now this is one of the plot. This plot indicates here how many people are there between 60 to 70 marks? This is count. Count means how many? Between 50 to 60 to 70. It is not giving 60 or 61 or 62 or 63. 60 to 70. How many people are there between 60 to 70 means 4 members are there. Height is 4. Okay, this plot you will do. The same example we will discuss. Now the same logic when we are coming to this one, here also we are using the same bar plot. Here also we are using the same kind of bar. Height. What are the height is there? But here interval is there. Interval. But here individual value is there. It is not the interval. Individual value is here in the bottom. When individual value is there in the bottom, that is discrete variable, it is called as count plot. And you are having then the interval is there in the bottom, it is called as histogram. We'll discuss. No need to worry, no need to write also as of now. But only one point to be remembered is for that one, different types of plots are available. For this one, different types of plots are available. We cannot use this plot for that plot for this. Then complete analysis only will go in a wrong way. Point is clear? Now, so coming to this point, so first let us start here within the statistics. So as I've told you, first you should know the variables. What are the different types of variables we are having? Next, automatically population and sample. Population means entire data is called as population. Sample means part of the data. What are the types of statistics means? Descriptive and inferential. Descriptive means it is going to describe the data. Inferential means based on that we are going to inference. Inference means we'll estimate. Okay. So in this class, how many has attended the previous class, statistics class? Raise your hand. Now, so these many students has attended my previously the statistics class. I am assuming that in the remaining students who has not even attended. For example, here how many students has attended, raised the hand means close to 80 to 90% of the students has raised the hand. Out of today's presentees. Now what about the absentees? So based on this, I am estimating the absentees also have attended my class. This is only called as inferential statistics. Okay, is the point is clear? And whoever has not attended, please go through the recording detailedly. Sir, instead of recording, you only can explain means there 1.5 hours here I will explain in 5 minutes. Just you will get a overview only. Detailness will be there, right? Now, so here I am having the data. First one is called as mean. What is mean means center value. Center value is called as mean, which is also called as average value. What is median? Center position value, which is in the center position. And what is mode means most repeated value is called as mode. Right? Now, so coming to the next one is called as measures of dispersion. So here what are the various measures we are having means measures. What is the first measure we are having? Measures of central tendency. Measures of central tendency. In that measures of central tendency, we are having the mean, median, and mode. Now comes to the measures of dispersion. Okay. Within the measures of dispersion, first one we are having is called as range. What is meant by range means nothing but maximum value minus minimum value. So measures of dispersion means it is always measures the spread from starting to ending. It's always measure the some interval. All the measures will measure the interval only. It will not focus on a single value. It will measure the spread, how the data was spread. Right? Now this is a range. Next one we are having is called as variance. The next parameter is called as variance. What is meant by variance? That is nothing but how much the data was deviated from its mean value. Okay, it gives the average deviation from its mean value. Okay, now next, what is the formula for variance? And within the variance, we are having the population variance, sample variance. What is population variance? Formula for population variance. What is the formula for population variance means? First, you have to calculate the deviation. For that deviation, you have to do the square. That is called as square deviation. For that, you have to apply the mean, which is called as mean square deviation. Second name is variance. Next one is called as standard deviation. Population standard deviation. Okay, not only population. So just I'm writing here standard deviation. That is the third measure. Measure number one is called as range. What is range means? Maximum value minus minimum value. Second one is called as variance. What is the meaning of variance means? How much the data was deviated from its mean value. Okay. Now, third measure is called as standard deviation. Now, how to calculate the population standard deviation? Population standard deviation is nothing but square root of variance. What are the variance is the square root of that. Now, sir, what is the use of deviation? What is the advantage of deviation? What is the disadvantage? What is the use? What is the use of deviation? Standard deviation means very simple. There is one batch, batch 1, batch 2. Here 5 students are there. Here also 5 students are there. Let's take 5 students here, 5 students here, and their marks. Okay, their marks. Subject content is same. I mean, syllabus is same, question paper is same, everything is same. Okay, and students are different, marks are different. Now here I'm having with the 5 students, 5 marks. Here also 5 students, 5 marks are there. Now, which batch performance is good? Their average score, this average score of the entire batch is 76. This batch average score is 50. Which one is good means automatically we say batch 1 is performing better. Now, if this one is 86, obviously again we'll say that batch 2 is performing better. Assuming both the batches are having the same average score. Now, which batch is better? Doing good means which batch is having the less standard deviation, that one. Is the point is clear? So here, whoever are having the less standard deviation, all the students are close to the mean value. All the records are very close to the mean. Now, in this case, if standard deviation is high, what is the meaning means? The values are far away from the mean. They are not close to the mean, right? That is the advantage. Now, so here there is one mutual fund or one investment. One type of investment is available where if I do the investment in case 1, if I do the investment in the case 2. Okay. Now, case 1 investment, that is nothing but gold. Case 2 is stock market. Two options are there. I'm having 1 lakh rupees with me. Either I can invest in the gold or either I can invest in the stock market. Two options are there. If I invest in the gold, I'll get a returns of 12% plus or minus 3%. In the stock market, if I invest, I'll get the 12% plus or minus 6%. Let's take an example like this. What this plus or minus 3% or plus or minus 6% is there? Now, this is standard deviation. This is mean value. For mean, I'm adding the standard deviation. Now, what are the standard deviation is there? Now, in the both the cases, in one case, average, what is the return I'm going to get means 12, here also 12. But in the gold, the deviation is less. In the stock market, the deviation is high. What is the meaning of this one means? So here, you can get minimum 9 to maximum 15. Your time is good means plus 3% you will get. Otherwise, minus 3%, 9 to 15. Here, 6 to 18. Now, in which case we'll get the highest interest rate means within the stock market when compared to gold, but at the same time, high risk is there. That standard deviation only is called as risk. Positive side you are seeing, negative side. Okay, whereas bank fixed deposits are there. For example, bank fixed deposit is 7%. What is the standard deviation for this one? Means 0. On the day when you are doing the fixed deposit, on that day, what are the interest rate is there? It has to be carry forward only. It cannot be modified. None of them can modify that one. Future interest rate may be the same or may not be the same. But on that day, what are the fixed deposit you are taking? On that day, it is 7 means later it brought to 4 also, they have to give still 7 only. Bank has to pay for is 7 only. It cannot be modified. On the day, whatever the interest rate they are committed, it has to be fixed. No more modifications. Here it is called as less risk. It is called as less risk. Whereas this one, it is having the high risk. That risk only is called as standard deviation. As the standard deviation is low, they are almost every time it is close to the average value. If the standard deviation is high, high fluctuations will be there. That side or this side. Both the sides fluctuation will be high. Now, if you select any particular company, okay, salaries, their salaries, and the standard deviation is high, standard deviation is there. What is the meaning of that? In their companies, some people are getting very huge salary, some people are getting very less salary. If standard deviation is very low, what is the meaning of that? Means almost everyone are getting in this company with the same salary, similar kind of salary. Is the point is clear? So in the real life, when we are doing the investments, these are all the, once you enter into the projects now, okay, as I've told you, when you will enter into the projects, when after completing all I have told you earlier also. So once you enter into the projects, at that time you are going to measure all these things. And based on the measures only, the business will be calculated. The past will be calculated and based on that future will be calculated. Now, for example, I want to do the investment. Without knowing the statistical measure, how I can do the investment? Points are clear? Now, coming to the next one. So this is measures of dispersion, and similarly you are having the population variance, similarly sample variance. What is sample variance? Sorry, sample variance. What is meant by sample variance? Same. First x minus x bar, that is deviation, whole square. Sir, what is the difference between the x bar versus mu? Mu of x. Both the values are same. There is no difference in that. Both of them are same. So they will not make any sense in the numerator. Only in the denominator, we are going to have the n minus 1. Numerator, there is no difference. This is sample variance. What is the sample standard deviation? X minus x bar whole square divided by n minus 1 square root of this. Okay. Numerator, there is no difference. Numerator will be the same. So till this we have discussed in the previous class. Sample standard deviation. Now from here we will continue with the remaining class, and the statistics will be continued for the next 3 to 4, 5 classes. total statistics will be of 7 classes, out of which only 1 class was completed. Still 6 classes was pending. Okay. So we are going to discuss in detail one by one. Now, sir, what is the use of this statistics means? For the past data, whatever we are going to measure now, everything will be measured by using the statistics only. Every measure, minimum value, maximum value, average value, deviation value, range value, everything is measured with the statistical parameters. Right? Now I'll show you one of the important statistical parameter which was changed in terms of one project. Entire project is dependent on the one parameter. One entire project was dependent on one parameter. And what is that project and how it is impacted, everything you'll see one by one. Now, in the measures of dispersion, we are having in terms of range, variance, standard deviation, and along with the standard deviation, we are also having last one is called as IQR, which is interquartile range. These are the 4 measures. Interquartile range. I stands for inter, Q stands for quartile, and R stands for range, interquartile range. This is the 4th measure. These 4 measures comes under measures of dispersion. Now, guys, directly can you calculate the range? No. For range, what you have to know? What is minimum value? What is maximum value? These two, if you know, then you can calculate this one. For population variance, to understand what is population variance, first you should know what is deviation. Later, you should know what is squared deviation. You should know mean squared deviation. Then you will understand variance. So similarly, directly quartile range you have to understand means directly you can't understand. For this, again, some parameters we have to understand. Then only. As how you have understood for variance, first deviation, squared deviation, mean squared deviation, root mean squared deviation. How we have done one by one, same logic we are going to do on the interquartile range also. First, we have to understand here percentile. After that, we have to understand quartile. Then we'll understand the Q1, Q2, Q3, and IQR is nothing but Q3 minus Q1. So to understand this one, what we have to understand first, what is percentile and what is quartile. Now let's understand the first percentile. Percentile means, clearly write this one in the notes. Percentile, because why I'm asking particularly to write in the notes means because many students will confuse. Percentile. What is meant by percentile? Percentile means how much percentage of data below to you, below to that record, below to that record, how much percentage of data is lying, how much percentage of data is below to that particular value, below to that record or for value, that is called as percentile. Is that clear? Now, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 numbers are there. Now 3.5. Below to 3.5, how much percentage of data is there? How many number of records I'm not asking. How much percentage of data? Percentage of data means number of records below to that divided by total number of records. Number of records below to that value divided by total number of records is below to that. How much percentage of data is below to that? Means 50% of the data is below to that. 3 out of 6. So how many number of records are below to 3.5 means 50% of the data is below to that. So 3.5 is called as 50 percentile. How much percentage of data is below to that is called as its percentile. Now the question is like this. Sir, what is the difference between the percentage versus percentile? Here there is one student. Okay, some student. Okay, student 1. That particular student has got 90 out of 100. He has got marks 90 out of 100. For this particular student, what is a percentile and what is a percentage? Same example. 90 out of 100 marks, or the marks are there. Same example as this. No difference. Now, how much percent, what is the difference between percentile versus percentage means? What is the percentage here? 90 percentage. Then what is the percentile then means? Because here you have to know how many people are below to them. Percentile is not calculated for individual person. Percentile is calculated for the group of people. When group of people is there, percentile will be calculated, not for individual person. For example, student 1 has secured the 90. His percent, what is the percentage? 90 percentage of marks. For example, student 2 is there, 85 out of 100. Student 3 is there, 96 out of 100. Now, what is the percentage of student 1? Still it is 90 only now. It is not depend on others. Other 100 people are there, 500 people are there. What is their marks? No bother. For student 1, 90%. His marks only his. But percentile is not like that. Percentile is same logic if you are having here. Second student has got 85. Third student has got 96. And fourth student has got some other value. What is the percentage? See, now fourth student has got in terms of below to him, this person is 90 marks only. His marks are 90 only. For example, fourth student has got 100 out of 100. His percentile will drop. If fourth student has got below to him 40 below to 100, his percentile will increase. Okay, his percentile is dependent on the others marks. Point is clear? Percentile means how much percent of the data is below to you is called as percentile. Right? Sir, for example, in the given data, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 numbers are there. What is the percentile of 6? For 6. What is the percentile means? All the records, 100% of the data is below to that. Every record is below to that, including that value. Sir, when I have to include that value, when I don't want to include that value means, if what are the number you are asking, that number is value wise, it is same means you have to include. Otherwise, you should not include. Is the point is clear? Now, sir, if for example, one more person also is there 6. 2 persons are there with 6. Now, in this case, how much percent of the data is below to the 6 means? Now, entire data is below to 6. Whether this 6 or this 6, both are called as 100 percentile students, basically. Both of them are considered as 100 percentile. Okay. Now, what is meant by 100 percentile means 100% of the data is below to this. Now, here we are having the first one called as percentile is clear now? Minimum. What is meant by minimum means first one 0 percentile. What is meant by 0 percentile? What is the meaning of 0 percentile? 0% of the people are below to him. Below to him or below to that value. 0% of the data means none of the data is there. Then what is that data is called as? Minimum value. That is called as minimum value. Now, 25 percentile. What is 25 percentile? What is the meaning of 25 percentile means? 25% of the data is below to this value. 25% of the data is below to this value. That number will be considered as 25 percentile. Now here that value is Q1, which is also called as quartile 1. Quarter means 1 by 4. What is 50 percentile? What is the meaning of 50 percentile? 50% of the data is below to this value. 50%. 50% means Q2, which is 2 quarters. 2 quarters means 2 1 by 4ths. Quartile 2. Which is Q2. Which is also called as median. Because median will be the center position. Below to that, what are the values there? Above to that, what are the values are there? Next, 75 percentile. Next one is 75 percentile. What is 75 percentile means? 75% of the data is below to that. Means 3 quarters are included. So it is called as Q3. Next, 100 percentile. What is 100 percentile means? 100% of the data is below to this, which is maximum. Which is maximum. Everyone is clear? Now let's take with an example and we'll let us do that one. So what is the example I'm going to choose here means? This is the example. Everyone please take a note of this one. And this percentage should be calculated on a ordered data. It has to be only on a ordered data. For example, they have given unordered data to you. What do you have to do? First you have to convert order. Later only you can apply the percentage. That to ascending order. You have to convert the ordered data in the ascending order. Done? Now everyone has written. Now let us calculate the first 0 percentile. What is 0 percentile in this case? What is the 0 percentile value in this case? 10. So I'm going to get the minimum value or quantile of 0. Quantile of 0 also same. Quantile of what are the number you are writing, that number. Okay, 10. Quantile of 0. For example, now I want to calculate the 25. What is meant by 25 percentile? 25 percentile means 1 by 4th of the data. Now 1 by 4th of the data in this should be below to that one. That is nothing but quantile of 0.25. 0.25 means 25% of the data will be below to this value. Total how many are there? 15 are there. In the 15, 1 by 4th of the data of 15 means how many records should be below to that? 3.75 records basically. So here it is going to calculate the value. What is the value means? 25. Below to 25, can you see below to 25 how many records are there means? 4 records are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 records are there below to 25. Next, 50 percentile. What is 50 percentile means? Total 15 records are there. 15 records, 50% of the data below should be means 7.5 records means nothing but 8 records. So here if you take the 50 percentile, that is quantile, or which is also average or median, which is 33. Is that clear? 75% of 50% of the data. Now 75% of the data. What is 75% of the data means? In the given data set, 75% of the data should be below to this 36. And maximum value, which is also called as 100 percentile. 100 percentile will be represented by 1. Okay. Now, so if you want to see all the 5 values at a time, 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75 and 1. So you are going to get the minimum value, Q1, Q2, Q3 and maximum. All the 5 values. Is that clear, everyone? Now what is interquartile range means? Q3 minus Q1. What is Q3 minus Q1 means? What is Q3 value here? That is 75 percentile, that is 36. 36 minus Q1 value, what is the value? 25. 36 minus 25 is 11. That is IQR for this data set. Clear guys? Everyone? Okay. Now, sir, I want to calculate manually, sir. Very simple. Let's take one more example. Leave that example. Now, as per your choice, write any randomly 10 numbers in your notes. Any 10 numbers. Any 10 numbers of your choice. Write in the notes. From where to where? Minus infinity to plus infinity. No restriction. You can use int, float, anything. Choice is yours. Done? Everyone? Done. In that, first keep them in the ascending order. What are the numbers you have written in the notes? Keep them in the ascending order. If you have not write in the ascending order, now you write in the ascending order first them. So see here, I'm using in terms of np dot random dot rand int. Okay, any 10 numbers between 1 to 100, any 10 numbers. I've got some 10 numbers like this. These are the 10 numbers which I have received. Let me store in the L is equal to. Okay, now I'm writing in the this one as array to list. Okay, after to list, just I'm applying the dot sort. This dot sort and I'm printing the L. I have got something randomly like this in my case. In front of you only I have executed, right? Random numbers. Now, what are the random numbers I'm having with me? For this random numbers, what is the 0 percentile value? 14. What is the 100 percentile value? 95. Everyone knows this one, common. So you are not having the doubt. I am also not having the doubt. That is easy. How to calculate remaining 3 numbers only problem. Now let us see the calculation of remaining 3 numbers. First, let us calculate the median. For your data set, calculate the median. Okay. After calculating the median, okay. So I'm adding the median for this. What is the median in my case means 47.5 in my case. And this is the output in my case, right? Now, after calculating the median, that is nothing but this one, center position value. Obviously, center two values will be there. You also chosen 10 numbers only. I have also chosen 10 numbers. So obviously, center two values will be there. For that average, we have to do. My average is 47.5, which is Q2. 0 percentile minimum is clear. Maximum number is clear. Q2 also clear. This one everyone knows. Now let us see the Q1 and Q2 how to calculate. Now I'm going to calculate the this Q1 value in terms of 0.25, and I have got the value something like this. But how I have got this value? That is the question. Now here from apart from this, now here you are having the remaining 5 values now. Now from here to here, how much percentage of the data? 50%. For 50% again center will be how much? Calculate. Don't, if you have taken, see, you have taken 100% of the data. In that you told that this is 50, this is 50, right? You have divided this one into two parts. Left side 50% of the data is there, right side 50% of the data is there. Okay. Now in this 50% of the left side data only you separate first. Take the left side data. So left side you are having 5 values, right? First 5 values. Separate them. Right side you are having 5 values now. Separate them. In that 5 values, again you calculate center value. You know how to calculate median for that one, for that 5 values. Point is clear? How to calculate? So just we are calculating the 25 percentile, 50 percentile like this. Now you'll get a question. What is the user? I have now, okay, we calculated 25 percentile, 50 percentile, 75 percentile, we calculated. Now what is the use? Use is here calculation of percentile, that is quartiles. What are the quartiles we have considered? That is Q1, Q2, Q3. What is the use of this Q1 and Q2 and Q3 means? So if I have observed in a company, let's take an Infosys. Infosys is the company. In that salaries of the people, around 10,000 people are working, or 1 lakh people, or 50 lakhs people. What are the quantity? Forget about that one. If their Q1 value is 5 lakhs, Q2 value is 9 lakhs. If Q3 value is 13 lakhs, obviously when compared to Q1, Q2 should be big only. In the ascending order, obviously the next number will be big only, followed by next number. Now what is the meaning of this one? If this is the case, you are having like this, something like this. What is the meaning? Means in the company, 1/4 of the people who are working in the company of Infosys, their salary is less than 5 lakhs only. Point is clear? Q2 value is 9 lakhs. What is the meaning? 50% of the people who are working in the Infosys, that might be 10 lakh people or 5 lakhs people, are how many people are working also, I don't know. But within that, 50% of the people are receiving less than 9 lakhs. Point is clear? Q3, 75% of the people are receiving less than 14 lakhs. For analysis purpose, we are going to use this one. Point is clear, everyone? Based on that number, we will say in a company, around 1/4 of the people are receiving less than 5 lakh salary. Less than or equal to. Even equal to also applicable. Less than or equal to. Including that number also. Including that number. Less than or equal to 5 lakhs. 1/4 of the people are receiving. Half of the people are receiving less than 9 lakhs. 3/4 of the people are receiving less than 14 lakhs. Is the point is clear? Sir, for example, 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 50 is there. That is not 5, 50. Now, what is the median salary in this? Median is again 3 only. Na? Even it is 5 also, it is 3 only. Even it is 50 also, it is 3 only, right? There is no difference now. So 50% of the people, I mean, here, in this case, let us take 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs. 5 people are there, 5 people are getting the salary like this. 50% of the people are receiving less than 3 lakhs. That is okay. 50% of the people are receiving less than 3 lakhs in this case. Now, here, one person is getting 50 lakhs also. Less than 50% of the people are getting the 3 lakhs only still. But this 50 lakhs, this is something abnormal data. And we call it as outlier. Now, here, how to identify that outlier means first we have to calculate the lower limit. What is lower limit means? Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR. That is nothing but for Q1. In this example, Q1 is for me, what are the Q1 I got? 25 minus 1.5 into, what is the IQR value? 11. Q1 is 25, Q1 25, Q3 36. IQR, that is Q1 minus 36 minus 25, which is 11. Now for me, in this data set, what is the lower limit means? 25 minus 1.5 into 11, that is 25 minus 16.5, which is 8.5. Is that clear how you got 8.5? Next, upper limit, that is 36 plus 1.5 into IQR, that is 1.5 into 11. Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR is called as upper limit. Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR is called as lower limit. Now 36 plus 16.5, which is equal to 52.5, which is the upper limit. Now any value less than to this is considered as outlier. Any value greater than to this is considered as outlier. Okay. So the values below to this is considered as outlier. Above to this is called as outlier. Points are clear? Sir, okay, upper limit and lower limit are okay, but the point is why 1.5? Question number 1. Question number 2, how it is calculated? One more time, let us see. Let's take an example like this. From here to here, 0 to 100. Okay. Now, 1 by 4th of the data, 25, 50, 75. Everyone is okay now? Up to here? Now, from here to here, how much percentage of the data is there? 50% of the data. That is also okay now? Between the IQR, 50% of the data should be there. Now, this is 25%, balance 25%, right? If you add from here to here also 50 only. If you add from here to here also it is 50 only. From here to here also it is 50 only. 25, 25, 25 you have to add now. Basically here, if I write more clearly, let me write more clearly. This is 0 to Q1. How much percentage means 25%? 25%. Q2 through Q3, 25%. Q3 to max, 25%. Done? Now, how much of the data is there between 0 to Q2? 50%. From Q1 to Q3? 50%. Q2 to maximum? 50%. Q1 to max? Q1 to max, 75. 0 to max, 100. So just you have to add the things. Now, Here what I'm going to do means Q3 is this one. Plus means right side. Minus means left side. Plus right side. Right side already 25% is there. Now what I'm going to do means additional to this I'm adding additional something. How much additional I'm considering up to limits means 1.5 into this one. 1.5 of this one means how much? This is from here to here. How much percentage of the data? 50%. 1.5 into 50%? 75%. So this exactly this one I'm considering here. Additional 50% also I'm adding. So this value I'm adding here basically. Sir, 1.5 into this one means 75. No, sir. Already 25 is there now. 25 plus 50. 75 only, right? 1.5 into IQR means 75% of the data you have to add on the Q3, right side. Already Q3 to max, 25 is there. So balance 50 also I'm adding. Still after adding the 50% also that value is not available. We consider that one as outlier. Okay. Now, for example, tell me guys, what is meant by outlier? First, let me tell you what is outlier. What is outlier means which is significantly different from other data points are called as outliers. For example, in this class, what is the student's age in this class? Around 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. In this range only the student's age is there. Now, if any student age is 50 years and one student is sitting in the class, 50 years age person is sitting in the class. Now, that person is considered as what? As an outlier for this data set. Is the point is clear? For this data set, that 50 years person is considered as an outlier. For example, old age home is there. What is old age home? Old people will stay, right? Everyone knows now. Now, generally, what type of age people will stay in the old age home? Stage. What age people? More than 60 years, who has retired completely. Now, one person has joined in the old age home at the age of 25. Not to serve. As a one of the person only he has joined. Normal. Like other old age people, how they have joined, in the same way he has joined. Okay? Not as a job. Okay? So he has joined. Now, remaining old age people are ages 61, 65, 70, 76, 77 like this. His age is 25. Now, this person is considered as outlier or not? Right? Now, sir, if outlier is there, what is the problem for you, sir? What is the problem? Let's see. What is the problem? Now, there is one college, some college name, XYZ college. In that college, 10 students has got placed. Okay? 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one student has got the 30 lakhs. Now, first question, sir, how this is possible? He joined data science course at Naresh IT. Maybe. Okay? Forget. Now, that is not the point. Now, let us take this is the case. Now, what is the average salary? What is the average salary, guys? In terms of 57 divided by 10, total is 57. Divided by 10 students, which is 5.7 lakhs. College will say that my college average student salary is 5.7 lakhs and they'll give a big advertisement. How many people has got 5.7 lakhs? Clear? If there is an outlier, what happens? What is the generally what is the average salary here? Actually, it should be 3 lakhs. But what is the average salary they are showing? Due to one student. Now, what happens if there is an outlier? The mean will be impacted. The entire statistical analysis will be impacted with the outlier. Median. What is the median salary in this case? 3 lakhs. If there is no outlier also, what is the median salary? 3 lakhs only. Median is less impacted with the outliers, but whereas median is majorly impacted with the outliers. Now, colleges who wants to manipulate, they will show with respect to 5.7 lakhs. The colleges which don't want to manipulate, they will show the median salary as 3 lakhs. Now, so the colleges, B schools in India, top B schools, what are you are having? Like including IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore, what are the top B schools we are having? All the B schools, if you open their placements and everything, they say that median salary. They will never say the average salary. They'll say always median salary only. Because the reason behind that is they know the statistics. MBA means automatically business development will be there. Business development means statistics should be included. Which are the B schools? Business schools are there. B schools has to automatically include the median. If B school has included average means they only don't know what is business. They'll teach her. So companies will assume like this. So all the B schools will like that one only. But whereas engineering colleges, they'll mention the average. Because they'll go max. They are not stats. Engineering people use max, business people will use the stats, basically. So what is the difference between these two means? Average is average only, but how to calculate that average is there now. Which things has to include, which things not to has to include. These people will apply, these people will not apply, basically. Okay, these are all the differences you'll find when you work on the data sets and further. Now, here, what is the problem? What is outlier? First, what is outlier means? A data point which is far away from other observations is called as outlier. A data point that lies outside from the overall distribution of the data. Remaining data will be one type. This one will be something different. That might be left side, that might be right side. As I've told you one example, in this class, 50 years old person is there. Upper limit. In the old age home, 25 years person is there means lower limit. Sometimes lower side outlier will be there, sometimes upper side outlier will be there. Both the sides outliers are possible. Okay, in a company, for example, all the people are getting the salaries of 8 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 10 lakhs like this. If one of the student has got 60 lakhs package, what he is considered as outlier. In the same area, if one of the student has got just 1 lakh package, that one also considered as outlier. Because remaining people are getting 8, 9 lakhs, 10 lakhs packages means 1 lakh package is considered as outlier. Sir, how it is calculated? Calculation only this one. Any value greater than upper limit is called as outlier. Any value less than this one is considered as outlier. Earlier I asked to write the data set. That numbers I asked it to write, right? Everyone has written that numbers. Now in that numbers, any outliers are available? In the given data set, any outlier is available? Any value greater than 52.5 is available or not? Yes. What number? 59. That is considered as outlier. Any value less than 8.5 is there in your data set? No. Means lower side outliers are not there. Only upper side outlier is there, which is 59. So in your data set, 59 is considered as outlier. So any value greater than upper limit is considered as an outlier. Any value less than lower limit is considered as an outlier. So what happens if outliers are there? Means it causes various problems during the statistical analysis. So it causes significantly more impact on the mean and standard deviation. Why mean and standard deviation are more impacted? Means because mean is impacted means automatically standard deviation has to be impacted. Standard deviation formula includes the mean. And outliers will have less impact on the median. It will not impact means it will also impact, but comparatively less impact. When compared to the mean value, median is less impacted. Now, which is the best measure? Mean or median? Is the interview question. Which is the best measure? Mean or median means you have to give the answer as when there is no outliers, mean is best. When outliers are available, median is best. Is the point is clear? Second, standard deviation is best or IQR is best. When outliers are available, IQR is best. When there is no outliers, standard deviation is best. Standard deviation, what are the deviation values and what are the mean values we are going to calculate now? Mean and standard deviation. From measures of central tendency, it is mean. From measures of dispersion, it is the standard deviation. These are the two. 90% of the cases will use when there is no outliers. The condition is no outliers. When no outliers, these are the two. When there is outliers, which is the best measure of central tendency is median. When outliers are available, it is median. At the same time, IQR. Median and along with the IQR. Right? Now, so here, what is the reason of, see, these are the different questions, guys. What is outlier is a different interview question. What happens if outliers are available in the data set is a different question. Which is the best measure in the measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion is a different question. What is the reason of outliers? So reason would be like this. Some kinds will may get data entry mistakes. Sometimes instrumentation errors will be there. Sometimes really also will be there. For example, in this class, I have conducted one exam and all the students, most of the students has got in terms of 40 to 50 marks. One student has got the 100. Now 100, whoever has got the 100 marks, what he is called as outlier when compared to other students. In that data set, he is an outlier. If that person was comparing with other students of 100 marks means he will not be outlier. For this data set, he is an outlier. The student who has got the 100 out of 100. Really he may get the 100 out of 100 or maybe a wrong correction also he may get sometimes. We don't know. But here it is considered as outlier. Now, how to calculate outlier means any value greater than upper limit is considered. Upper limit is where Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR is called as upper limit. A value less than the lower limit is called as IQR. Sir, if it exactly is there, sir, exactly is not considered as outlier. Greater only. Greater. For example, 52.5 exactly is there, sir. No outlier. More than 52.5. Sir, 52.51 is there, outlier. Up to 52.5, no outlier for the given data set. Don't fix for every data set 52.5 only. For the given data set, what you have to calculate first? Q1. You have to calculate first Q1, followed by Q3, followed by IQR, followed by lower limit. From there, upper limit. After calculating, then you can decide in your data set whether outlier is available or not. If any value is greater than upper limit or any value less than the lower limit. So in the Python, we are going to write like this condition. What is the condition means? First I'll calculate the upper limit and lower limit. And here filter, I'm applying the filter logical OR. Any value greater than upper limit or or any value less than the lower limit. And I'm extracting the data. And what is the data I'm getting miss 59. Is the point is clear? Everyone? Yes or no? Now, next here in the statistics, we are having the 5-number summary. We call it as 5-number summary. What are the 5 numbers? Means minimum, Q1, Q2, Q3, maximum. These 5 are called as 5-number summary for a given data. Using 5-number summary, we are going to represent a plot called as box plot. A plot is there to show these 5 numbers. For the given data set, what are the 5 numbers? Can you tell what are the 5 numbers for the given data set? What is the first number? Minimum value 10, Q1 25, Q3, Q2. What is the Q2? Huh? 33. Okay, Q3 36, maximum 59. Okay, these are the 5 numbers. Now, what is the lower limit and upper limit? Lower limit 8.5, upper limit 52.5. Any outlier is there or not? Available. After removing the outlier, what is the maximum number? Without considering the outlier, what is the maximum number? 50 is the maximum number. See, observe this one clearly. One more time, I'm showing you. Okay, here. As I've told you earlier, these are the 5 numbers. What are the 5 numbers? 10, 25, 33.0, 36, 59. Total 5 numbers are there. Now I'm going to represent one plot. How I'm going to represent the plot means here in the x-axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like this numbers is there now. Now wherever the 10 number will be there, right? You'll keep one line like this. You draw one line. One line. Now wherever the Q25 is there, somewhere 25 will be there now. Draw one line. Next, wherever the 33 value is there, draw one line. Wherever the 36 value is there, draw one line. Wherever the 59 value is there, draw one line. Total how many lines? 5 lines. Now, center, this is a minimum value, Q1, Q2, Q3, and this is maximum. Now, center 3 values, you draw combine as a box. And remaining 2, you have to extend like this, and this called as box whisker plot. Box whisker plot. What is this box whisker plot means? Center, it is going to represent the box. This side extension, I have written the line like this, right? This line is called as whisker. Okay. So we are going to draw a box like this, and this is called as box plot, where it is going to represent the 5 numbers. Point is clear? Basically, it is called as box whisker plot, where center box will be there, side extension is whiskers. Box whisker plot. Shortcut is called as box plot. Without using the whisker, we call it as box plot. What is the use of box plot means? It represents the 5 numbers. Not only 5 numbers, the main advantage of box plot is it represents the outliers also. How, sir? Here, what are the 59 is there now? 59 is an outlier, right? So whichever the outlier is there, that outlier will be kept as a dot. It will be kept as a one dot. Now, sir, without outlier, what is the next maximum value? Without outlier, what is the maximum value? 50. That will be considered as maximum value now. Now, in the box plot, any dot is available? Dot is available means outlier is available. Dot is not there means outlier is not there. Dot is there, dot is not there. 1 dot or 2 dots or 10 dots, that is not important. Dot is there, not there. Yes, sir, no. Only that's it. Dot is there means outliers are there. Dot is not there means no outliers. So the advantage of box plot is to identify outliers. See how to check outliers are available or not. Yes or no. Only yes or no question. Now we are going to use the box plot. So for box plot, we are going to import the cburn. In the cburn, SNS dot box plot is the function. Inside the box plot function, we have to provide which data you want to apply the box plot, that data. For which column you want to apply the box plot, that column you have to provide as the input. Internally, it will calculate everything. See, this is the minimum value, one line. This is Q1 value. This is Q2 value. This is Q3 value. This is the maximum value. And here one dot is there. Now you will get a question. Sir, you have explained like this. No, sir. Your diagram is like this and this is like this. Okay. Take on the x-axis. I want the diagram on the x-axis. Then you'll get this diagram. Values I want on the x-axis or values you want on the y-axis. Anything is okay. Box plot is clear for everyone. Now what is the advantage of box plot? To check outliers are available or not. First advantage. Second advantage is it is going to represent the 5 numbers. Sir, for example, based on number of dots, here 2 dots are there means 2 outliers. 3 dots are there means 3 outliers. No. Don't count the number of dots. Why, sir? Because here 59 is there. 59.1 also is there means that is also outlier means that dot and this dot also will be attached. How you can know that 2 dots are there? So don't count the number of dots. Number of outliers are not decided based on the box plot. Remember this point. Number of outliers are not decided based on the box plot. Box plot will tell you outlier is available or not. Yes or no. Clear? I'm saying one more time, guys. Box plot will tell you only yes or no. Only yes or no. Box plot will tell you whether outliers are available or not. Yes or no. Sir, number of outliers I want to check. Which is outlier I want to check means that is not using the box plot. That is next one. So to get the outliers, we are going to get the outliers like this. This is the way to extract the outliers. 1 is there, 2 is there, 100 records might be there. All the records you will get. In the given data set, how many outliers are there? Every outlier you will get. Now, see guys, yesterday we have completed in the pandas this one. Tips data set. In the data set, I want to check whether outliers are available on the total bill column or not. That is my requirement. Now what I have to do? Outliers are available or not? Yes or no only. In the tips data set, I want to check whether outliers are available or not. I mean total bill column for total bill. First I'm loading the data. Loaded. Now whether available or not, how to check outliers are available or not. Now just I'm going to use here from cburn, I'm going to import the box plot. And here I'm going to give the df of total bill. For total bill column I want, right? So total bill. Now when I apply, can you see how many are there? How many are there? That only I told you now. Don't count. How many are there? Don't count on the box plot. Don't count on the box plot. Here inside this only 2 circles are, 3 circles are, 4 circles is there also, we don't know. Can you see here dark color circle when compared to others? So according to you, how many are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Some students are saying 7 or something like this. Now let us cross check so that you will get a clarity, right? So for DF of total bill, what are the DF of total bill is there? for total bill, I'm applying the quantiles. Okay. Quantile of 0.25. What is 0.25 quantile? This one. What is this is called as Q1. Next, quantile of 0.75. What is that one is called as Q3. Next, IQR. IQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1. Okay. Next, and now I'm going to calculate the lower limit, which is nothing but Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR. Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR. What is upper limit? Upper limit is equal to Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR. Right? Now I'm going to extract the data wherever the value is less than lower limit and wherever the value is greater than upper limit. In the total bill, wherever the total bill is less than lower limit, wherever the total bill is greater than this one. So how many records are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You told 7 now. Is the point is clear now? So don't believe the circles. So just outliers are there or not only it will tell. Okay. Now, sir, exactly here you counted manually because 9 records are there. But for example, 1 lakh data set we are applying. In that 1000 records or outliers are there. In that case, are we going to count number of outliers manually? No need. Dot shape is there, right? Dot shape will give the number of records, comma number of columns. You want only the number of records means index of 0. This gives the number of records. 9. Is the point is clear? Same thing I have written here. So number of outliers will be calculated like this. Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? Don't count the number of outliers in the box plot. Right? Clear? Anyone has any questions? Now, yesterday we have learned in terms of previous class, mean, median for continuous variable. Now, in this class, minimum, maximum, standard deviation, Q1, Q2, Q3. Like this we have done. Out of Q2 and median both are same only, right? So now here mean value, standard deviation value, minimum value, Q1 value, Q3 value, and Q1, Q2, Q3, Q1, Q2, Q3, and maximum value. So these are the total, all the statistical measures which we have to have, right? Is that clear now, everyone? Now, this we are going to get in one shot by using the describe. Within the pandas, there is a function called as describe. Describe means it describes the all the values. Mean value is there here. Mean. Standard deviation. Minimum. Q1, Q2, Q3, and maximum. Dot describe will give the complete descriptive statistics. Just by using dot describe. Clear? Now in the yesterday's data analytics project with is there, right? In the step by step, open the step 2. After identifying the variables, Once you have identified and you have created the list of continuous, discrete and everything, what is the next step after that in the data exploration stage? Within the step 2, after identifying the variables, what is the next step? Apply the descriptive statistics measures. What you have written there? All the continuous variables describe. What you are going to describe? What you are going to calculate? Mean, median, Q1, Q2. This one only. Is that clear now? That step we have to do in the project means here we should know first what is these meanings. Then we can apply in the project. Right? Remaining things will continue from here in the tomorrow's class. If you're having any questions, you can ask. And I'm going to upload the notes. Please practice. If you're having any questions, please ask. Otherwise, you can leave. Sorry. Sorry. We'll discuss once tomorrow. Yeah, about the test we'll discuss tomorrow. About the test we'll discuss tomorrow. Actually, test was not connected today. It has to be connected, right? But it was not connected now. So we'll discuss one more time tomorrow. Please. Data set. Okay, that one also done. I'll upload.